I had a student at Stanford, really sharp guy, great idea, 2 years of research behind him. And every time we talked, I could see it. This thing was ready. So one day I asked him, "When are you launching?" He looked at me and said, "Soon. I just want to get a few more things right." That was 3 years ago. The company still doesn't exist. In my coaching work, I hear a version of this almost every week. Someone leans forward and says, "Frederik, I've always wanted to write a book." And you can hear it in the way they say it. That particular kind of energy, wistful, certain, a little frustrated with themselves. They know what the book is about. They have the stories. They have years of experience that would fill every single page. And when I ask, "So what's stopping you?" they pause, and then they tell me all the things they still need to figure out first. I wrote my book. I know what it took. It didn't take more knowledge. It didn't take more research. It didn't take more time to get ready. It literally took time to sit down and start again and again until it existed. Here's what I've come to understand after years of teaching and coaching. The gap between knowing and doing is where most dreams quietly expire. And the strange thing is, the thing I want to sit with you on today is that more knowledge doesn't close the gap. Sometimes it makes it even wider. For most of human history, knowledge was the edge. If you knew how to read, you had power. If you understood how markets worked, how bodies healed, how systems failed, you were ahead. And information was scarce. And the people who had it were the ones who moved things forward. That world is gone. Today, the same information that took a PhD a decade to accumulate is available to anyone with a phone and 20 minutes. Every course, every framework, every insight that once lived behind closed doors, it's out. It's accessible, it's free or nearly free. And the playing field of knowledge has never been more level, which means knowledge is no longer the edge. Doing is. Not the person who knows the most about nutrition wins, the person who actually changes what they eat. Not the person who has studied leadership the longest, the person who shows up and leads. Not the person with the best ideas sitting in a folder somewhere, the person who publishes, ships, creates, and shares. So we are living in the age of execution, and most of us are still behaving like we're in the age of information. So there's a passage I keep returning to. Derek Sivers writes about the most valuable real estate in the world. He says, it's not Manhattan. It's not Silicon Valley. The most valuable real estate in the world is the graveyard, because there lie millions of half-written books, ideas never launched, talents never developed. Most people, he says, die with everything still inside of them. Die empty, he says. Get every idea out of your head and into reality. What strikes me about this isn't the urgency, it's the direction. Out of your head into reality. Because that's the only place where you find out if the idea actually works. The only place where it can meet actually other people. Grow, change, become something you didn't expect. Inside your head, an idea is just a thought. Outside, it's a contribution. At Google, we used to say, launch and iterate. Not because imperfect work is the goal, but because the feedback only comes after you ship. You can refine a thing forever in the dark, or you can put it into the light and learn something real. My students knew this. My coaching clients know this. And you probably know this too. And yet, the startup didn't launch. The book didn't get written. The thing stayed in the drawer. So here's what I've come to believe after years of watching this. It's not about discipline. It's not about time. It's not about even this fear of failure, not in the way we usually talk about it anyways. There's something else underneath, something quieter, something most people never name. And because they never name it, they never get free of it. So I'll tell you what it is in part 2. Before we get to part 2, here's something for you to do right now. Name the one thing you already know you should do. The thing that's been waiting. Don't refine it. Don't optimize it. Just do one small version of it this week. Send the draft, post the thought, make the call, start the page. The future doesn't wait for the perfect moment. It starts the moment you do. From within. My name is Frederik, and this is NEXTletter.